we look eye to eye on so many issues, not only about sovereignty and the Greenlandic people's right to self-determination, but also broadly when we work together in UN and NATO and other settings, that we need to stand up for a world order where might isn't right. And as the Prime Minister of Canada stated very clearly in Davos, the middle powers have to come together and work together. And I think that's what we have done here today and yesterday as well. So I'm just pleased and happy to be here. And I really think that this new consulate in Nuuk, together with other countries also opening diplomatic representations in Nuuk, yesterday also France, brings a lot of new opportunities for Greenland to embrace the world and take full advantage of the fact that people across the world now are focusing on what's going on in Greenland. And as Churchill rightly said, you should never waste a good crisis. And the positive thing about all this is that it also underpins all the possibilities linked to a new development in Greenland. Thank you.
To Ministers Motzfeldt and Rasmussen, I'm wondering if you can update on the latest of your talks with the United States and if you feel there's still a threat of any kind of invasion. And I'm also wondering if you are interested in Canada sending any kind of military help. And to Minister Anand, I'm wondering if you can update us on the case of Robert Schellenberg in China and whether the shift in tone in Canada's relationship with China had any role to play in the reported overturning of his death sentence.
Thank you for the question. First of all, I will say that our situation is much better than we were just for a month ago. And now we have put this diplomatic track, and now we're in a direct dialogue. That is something that we have been wished to be in several months, if you look back. And today's where we stand today, and the meeting that is already started on this high-level working group is already started, and it's a good thing. And talks in this room is respected talks, but we are not there where we want to be yet. There is going to be a long track. So where we're going to land at the end, it's too early to say.
I can just echo what Vivian Motzfeldt just said. It's actually less than 4 weeks since we had the meeting in Washington, even though it appears to be, months. And I think both of us left that meeting slightly optimistic because what we agreed was that we should have this discussion trilaterally between Denmark, Greenland and US to explore how we can accommodate reasonable US concerns about security in the Arctic, which we share in a way that they respect fully our red lines, which is of course our sovereignty and the territorial integrity and the Greenlandic people's right to self-determination. And then the whole thing escalated, and now we are back on track. And then I think it's also important to recognize that beside of that, there's the whole agenda about the security situation in the Arctic, more generally speaking, not only linked to Greenland. And that is for NATO to solve. And in that regard, of course, we need Canadian support, and we already have Canadian support. Canadian, Denmark, and the other Arctic coast states have been arguing for years that NATO should pay more attention to the new situation in the Arctic. We all really hope that Arctic could be a low-attention region after the fall of the Berlin Wall.
You've said several times that there's a clear red line from the Kingdom and from Greenland that no Greenlandic land will be given to the Americans. In your talks with the Americans, have they agreed to that red line? That's my first question. The second is, are we still in the middle of a crisis as you see it?
I will not go into details about these ongoing discussions. I can say very clearly that we have made this precondition very clear. that any solution should respect our red lines, and I think we have made it crystal clear, and even though we have started discussions. So I take it as a clear sign that it should be doable to find a solution while at the same time respecting these red lines. I can't foresee whether we will conclude in that way, and therefore we are not out of the crisis. And we do not have a solution yet. But as Vivian Motzfeldt said earlier, we are in a much better position now compared to like a few weeks ago, because there are no threats on the table. There's no, trade war with Europe, and that is good. And everybody agrees that we should try to solve this in a normal diplomatic way. Until we have the final conclusions, we can't draw any conclusions.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the US will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry guards.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HD videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.